was saying a few things. You go ahead.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
Well,
I hope I wasn't speaking too low. I was like whispering into it. I think
Oh,
that
no.
microphone picks up a lot though.
yeah.
I really hope that I wasn't fucking mumbling.
Well,
That would suck.
guys, I gotta say, the thing out here is there's a feeling of peace. There's a feeling of serenity. So I would like to say the Serenity prayer real quickly, if that's okay with everyone. So I'm just gonna say it. So the Serenity prayer, if you don't know it, it goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
Man, amen. It's heavy, because if you think about it, that actually, for me, that covers my whole day. It's like, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. So there's things in your life that you can't change. You can't change, who's president. You can't change, how the traffic is. There's a lot of things you can't change, and you have to have the serenity. You have to have the peace. You have to have the calmness to just accept it and to be, to simply be, to accept what happens. Most of your life, you have to just you're reacting to what happens. And next is courage to change the things you can. So there are some things in life that you can change, but you have to have courage. Sometimes changing something is not it's not easy, but if you have courage, it can be easy. And the wisdom to know the difference, because sometimes we as humans, we will try to fight something and change something so hard, and maybe there's something in our past, a past relationship, and we want to change reality, and we want to get in there and fight the universe and fight and try to fix something that we can't fix. And so that last part covers having the wisdom to know the difference between the two, to know what things we can change and what things we can't change. And so if you need a prayer to say, if you need comfort, if you need something to help you through your day, or you're having a flustering day, I would recommend the Serenity prayer. That's what I say. And so I'll say it again. It's, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So yeah, that does a lot for me. And I feel like a lot of things in life we over complicate them, and a lot of them are like,
I agree.
We're going to these like self-help classes, like trying to deeply figure out our problems, when I feel like in that prayer alone, that kind of solves all our problems, just in a couple simple steps.
That's a prayer that's been around for a while. It definitely has staying power. I've heard that said many times, even in church. It means a lot when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, and if you don't, and it like, and we say God, but if you don't believe in God, I challenge that at least you can believe in a higher power, whether you want to say it's a tree or it's a rock or whatever. But the point of it is admitting that there's something greater than yourself is this first bit, because that's when you open up yourself to humility.
Yes.
Because if you can't admit that there's something greater than yourself, then that means that you are the center of the universe, and you don't. And how can you have a perspective of caring about other people and empathizing with others, or even viewing the world from someone else's perspective, unless you believe there is something greater than yourself? So I lost my faith for a long time. I was atheist, I was agnostic, I'm Christian now, but I challenge people, if you feel like there is no God or there's no hope, to try to just believe that there's something greater than yourself, because I feel like we can all do that. I'm not talking about any religion, I'm not telling you to do anything. It's just like, be like, yo, there's some like stuff up there
there's definitely some cosmic shit.
There's some stuff bigger than me out here, right?
Yeah.
And when you can like just like see that, it like changes your whole perspective.
I think that just the past week, even going from just from watching the streams to coming here, I don't even know how the hell to explain it. And I have this conversation with other people. It's just so meta. It's so It's like a history that we're seeing unfold like before our eyes. It's fucking. Everyone's joking around. They're calling it a fucking anime, season 1, season 2, and it's but because that's how it feels. It feels like the greatest fucking reality TV show that has ever existed. Yeah. This is history right now.
It is.
And I'm so glad to be part of it. I'm so glad that you fuckers got me on here.
Yeah.
So
some other guy inspired me and gave me a shout out, and I flew all the way from LA just to come here.
All the way from LA because someone shouted out on the stream. And
I'm so thankful for this stream, and I'm so thankful for all the people out there. Like, man, these people, like, we can, I don't know if you guys know this, but like we can feel your energy, like, whether, even if there's just one person watching, like, there's something here that we can, like, we can feel this calmness, this serenity.
Yeah, it's true. And I know they understand it whenever you do various forms of communication. You can tell that everyone sort of feels the same way. At first, it was a very strange feeling, but then once it starts setting on, you realize how comforting this is and how we've reached at such a level. It's honestly, it's beautiful. What I've seen, even though, like I said, I've only been here today, but what I've seen on the stream the past couple of days, what I see here today, it's fucking epic. It's surreal, but it's just a beautiful feeling with all of us combined into a single community. And it's just really something, man. And listen, what I do like is that people from both sides have the ability to discuss their beliefs. I know you got assholes who they want to chant, and you got other people who just want to troll. But what matters is that we have a civil discussion, because I know guys, like it or not, the only way that we're gonna fucking survive is to talk to each other. I know some people don't like that, but
and there was a guy, or there was a kid who I saw here earlier, and I don't believe he was a Trump supporter. Actually, I know he wasn't. And I saw, someone did something earlier that was kind of rude to him, and so I just went up to him and was like, hey man, like, I saw some guy like kind of shove something in your face and just not be that nice. And that's that guy's right to do that. I support free speech. I support doing whatever you want. But I was just like, hey, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I would never do that. I didn't want him to feel threatened by Trump supporters, because if we're gonna unite, we need to have conversations with people and not threaten people, I believe.
But that goes for them too. That's the thing.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Not for nothing. Like people saying, I see people. I'm not saying that guy necessarily, but people saying, I feel threatened by Trump supporters, these evil Nazis. But then again, it's a lot of it is just people seeing someone who has a differing opinion than them and immediately being like, that must be an evil Nazi. And it's just like, you guys gotta. It's like this. it's this narrative that just needs to stop. You need to stop automatically going to that.
Yeah.
You gotta cool that. I mean, especially now that the fucking election's over. Like, guys, like it or not, like, Trump won. You gotta fucking deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's time to start coming together as a nation again.
Yeah.
Right?
And we're here to talk. Like, there's plenty of us that like, you know, we talk to people who aren't Trump supporters, and we bring them in with open arms. We give them hugs. Like, we're here to talk. You know, we obviously have our opinions, but like that doesn't matter. Like, we can completely disagree and still have a good time. And we love each other. We got love. I just got to give a shout out. I think it's important to say, you know, Richard Spencer did nothing wrong. So I just have to say that. You know.
Do I have any shout outs?
Richard Spencer did nothing wrong.
Shout out to
Richard Spencer did nothing wrong. Richard Spencer did nothing wrong. Mel Gibson did nothing wrong. Mel Gibson did nothing wrong. Mel Gibson did nothing wrong. Richard Spencer 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 did nothing wrong. Mel Gibson did nothing wrong.
You know, the guy who hit Richard Spencer had a fucking wrench in his coat sleeve? Like, not for
That's
nothing,
sad.
man.
That's sad.
Not for nothing.
Richard
You guys want to
Spencer.
talk about evil? You guys want to talk
Richard
about
Spencer
evil
did
Nazis?
nothing wrong. Yeah, you want to talk about Nazis?
The Antifa's going around punching innocent people for no fucking reason, and they're getting applauded for it by the MSN.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, you can't.
You're telling me, even if you disagree with someone completely, that you're gonna go sucker punch someone while they're giving a fucking interview?
Cigarette, anyone?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
What kind?
Oh, there's Seneca. It's
You know what, dude? Yeah, fuck it. Let me get some.
Appreciate it.
Got some nice people out here.
I'm not a Trump supporter, but I still support everyone.
Hey, we
Well,
love you,
that's-
bro.
we were just
We're actually
preaching that,
talking
man.
about this.
That's
You want to
so-
come in here?
Let me get one of those podcasts. I don't know something we can talk.
Can we talk with him? Is that cool? Yeah, he's can we have a hug? Yeah, dude. This is what we're just talking about. Is like it doesn't matter if someone's a Trump supporter or not. Like, we're all humans, and like we love each other, and we're trying to talk. We're trying to like hang out with each other, and we're trying to like, how are we gonna unite if we can't even like be in each other's presence?
All right, listen.
You know?
I support the movement,
Yeah.
but my problem with the entire thing, and my boy, like really close friend, we've grown up here my entire life. My boy Angelo
Yeah.
got into an argument with Shia LaBeouf the first day. And Shia respected him for this because at the end of the day, like all the kids here were high schoolers who don't know anything about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
That's alright.
My boy was the only one to start questioning, going against, like what people thought.
Yeah.
So him and Shia ended up respecting him for it,
Yeah.
right? So what my boy was saying is that these words are, he will not divide us. Putting us into the algorithm is already creating a they. So if we have us, there's a they. So therefore, before he conducted this experiment, you already created a division. You understand?
Yeah.
If there's a us, then who is going against us? Us is they, because we don't know who they
Yeah.
are. You understand? Like,
I agree
They-
with that, but I'm asking you, how did Shia react to that? I'm very curious how Shia reacted to him telling.
so my boy went up to the camera and he was like, my boy was like, who is us? Who is us? And Shia grabbed him and was like on my friend, and it was like that. And then my boy was like, that doesn't make any, like, I want to answer. And then he pulled him to the side and he was like, listen, it's not really about that. It's about like the division that he's trying to create in between the people. And my friend was like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, people are hurt, but when you bring out this message, he will not divide us. Like, you're already creating it. So at the end of the day, it's just like not necessarily hypocrisy, but it's just like, I mean, I guess you can say it's hypocrisy, but you're just like going against what you're saying, you know?
I think it is. I would agree.
I gotta agree with that. I gotta
I'd
agree with
agree.
us being the.
It is.
I mean, a
we
lot of
already
people
divided.
think it's hypocrisy, and this is America.
No,
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
I agree with that, because exactly when you say he will not divide us, and then but it already kind of has a bias. It doesn't like
Exactly. It's already
you've already created a division. Like, this wasn't like well, the message I've been saying today is he will unite us, and whether you and I don't even think this has to do with Trump, but it's just like I think it should be about unity, not about division. And I think this message is more about division. And I want to talk about unity because there's nothing we can do, whether you hate it, love it, whatever. We can't change it, you know? So why don't we talk about unity? Why don't we talk about what we can do to come together?
See, if we had more people like you here, because I come here every day, I live down the block. Why not? If we had more people who are rational about you, like, you know, there's the 4chan, there's like people like that, there's the they're the 4chan trollers. They're gonna do what they do, and no one's gonna stop them. But those are the people who show up here, and then it's like they say like Trump supporters give white people a bad name. So it's like people who act crazy here give Trump supporters a bad name. But if we have more people out here like you, I feel like there would be a lot more understanding.
Yeah.
But then the problem is that if you try to come here and give, like what you're speaking right now, if you try to like preach to people like this, the people who are here, who are coming to this movement, are people who are uneducated. They're they're here for Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
They're here like.
Can I ask you something? I've heard that because what is it, like Regents Week or something? Because I hear like a lot of high school kids.
I mean, I don't know. I'm in college.
I mean, yeah, I know. I'm in my 20s, but like.
Yeah. Don't smoke. Wait, don't smoke.
Those two.
We're friends. Oh, alright. Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But
like
the
you
only
were saying
problem
with the immature high school kids.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you guys. I just have problems with, and like I said again, like the 4chan people come, they spit that like racist. Like the other day I came here, they drew a huge swastika, and this dude like literally tried to hit me with the bullshit where it's like, oh no, it's a Buddhist sign for peace, and it's like, you really think I'm that stupid? Like, come on. Like, I know you're trying to troll and have fun. Like, I understand that, but that's the problem with those people who are coming here, creating that, like. Who are trying to create that division even more.
Yeah, and I would challenge you too is that I agree with you, and I would say like I think there's people on both sides that are being immature, because I think on the left too I saw some other people like, you know, trying to like start fights and pushing people and stuff. So I think all sides of the aisle need to chill out and like just rationally talk like this. I think absolutely.
Like there was a guy here before who like literally tried to start a fight with me, and all over Twitter they're like, oh, I have beef with Alaska, and I'm like, no, it was some dude, and I was like,
some random.
Wait, I'm Alaska.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
That's why I came up here, because I was like, wait, what?
They thought
that's social media, man. That's how they fucking.
Yeah, it was on
shit.
4chan. And I was like,
no, there was a thread going earlier. Someone thought I was there earlier, but I was actually on a plane to come here.
Yeah, people were saying that you were here like fucking.
I was not here until like 8 p.m.
Yeah. I was watching the streams. I was like, he wasn't.
Yeah. No, but it was some dude.
I got a blonde beard and a mullet.
Look at that beautiful fucking mullet.
I got a mullet. It's kind of hard to miss, I thought.
No, the guy had like glasses and a "Make America Great Again" hat, and I was like, that's not even the dude.
No,
I saw you on Twitter.
I wear camo, and I wear all camo, and I have a
So for the people of 4chan, there is no beef here at all.
It's beef. It's all love. It's all love.
It's just that meathead who was running around grabbing random people by the neck, which was
for the people everywhere.
I don't
from
support
all
that was
sides.
nuts. Like literally bystanders. Just
pretty
walking,
fucking comfy here right now. I'm not gonna lie.
See, that's
feeling
not
pretty good.
right. I don't support any violence. I don't support touching strangers and all that. That's
right now on the thread they're calling me the shout out king, because I come up here and I'm like, yo, shout out.
The shout out king.
All right, so while I'm here, I just want to say shout out to my boy Baked Alaska. Shout out. You feel me? Shout out. Queens represent. Shout out.
Queens. Hey, are you from New York?
Yeah, dude, I'm from down the block.
Everyone in New York, like Trump supporter or not, has been so kind to me, bro. Like New York has been so good to me, bro.
Because we're the side that you need.
I love it, man. You guys
like
are
the 4chan trollers, I understand. And I'm not even gonna front.
I love the 4chan.
I'm not even gonna front.
I love
that shit is hilarious.
It's funny, bro.
But then when I talk to my boys, I'm like, I fucking hate it, because
it's funny, bro.
Because look at the shit they made about me. Look at this shit.
Oh well, dude. Anyone who puts their face is just like.
Oh yeah, no. But this one was.
I'm sure there's gonna be some shit about.
Let me see. Wait, show.
How'd you feel when you first saw that, man?
Oh, I was dying of laughter. No. I was dying of laughter.
I would be fucking hysterical.
That's crazy.
And then they wrote this one, because I was out here. Shout out sucking dick.
The shout out king.
And I also shouted out one of the, like, I respect the NYPD, but there was this, I had a question for the cop, and he totally blew me off, and I told him to suck my dick, and that's where that came from.
That's
Oh, okay. You might
And I even
piss some
told-
people off with
No,
that.
and I took the NYPD test. I got a 96.
So
Really?
I don't know.
Are you applying to be? Do you want to be a cop?
Oh
You
no,
wanna be a cop?
not after that. Not after that bullshit. After that guy really like
Yeah.
fucked with me hard, I was just like, I do not want to represent you.
I don't know
You're
if
an
you
asshole.
know this, but it's getting very meta. So we're now in season 2.
This is like season 2.
You know, they've been saying it on 8chan. Shout out 8chan. Shout out 8chan. Shout out Awoo.
Look at this. Shout outs.
Shout out Richard Spencer.
Look at all these shout outs.
Shout out, what's your name?
Zach.
Shout out Zach, the shout out
I
king.
fuck with that.
I'm giving a fucking
with that.
shout out to the shout out king.
Shout out King.
Zach, okay?
Shout out.
This is
Shout
a
out.
shout out.
This
to
is my boy
God.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, what's
Oh,
up,
yeah,
bro?
Jonathan, how's it going?
This is
Alaska,
the good.
what's up, bro?
These are the
Yeah.
good Trump supporters, not that
We're the-
racist, nasty
oh.
shit.
We're the good
Okay.
boys.
We're the good boys.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the shout out king right here. He's
Yeah.
just like
Shout out.
giving
King.
all these shout outs.
Really out here. I fuck with this guy.
But I love, yeah,
This guy is cool.
yeah, this
cool
guy's
as
cool.
shit.
We're friends, see?
Friends, look at
We're
that.
friends out here.
Look at this. We're
It's
gonna
good.
be memes later.
Oh yeah.
Always,
That-
yeah. No, we're in
Yeah.
season 2.
Season